Hi everyone, this is Tina Nguyen with John L. Scott Real Estate in Seattle, Washington. Today I'm here with Kevin and we are going to answer top questions about 1031 exchange. But before we begin, there's a couple links below. The first is a home search link, and then also there's a home evaluation link that you can click below. Now back to our topic. So today, Kevin, let's talk about how you helped me with my 1031 exchange and how wonderful you've been through the service. And I get a lot of people asking me questions, main questions about how to go about a 1031 and why I should do a 1031 exchange. Did you want to introduce yourself and a little bit about your company?
Sure. I'm with McFerrin Law. We've been doing 1031s for the past 30 years. I act as a certified exchange specialist, and that's my designation. But some of the most common questions people say about why to do an exchange, it's to avoid the capital gains. That's the whole purpose. And many times you can avoid paying tens of thousands of dollars in doing a 1031 exchange. It's a very simple process that happens during your normal closing process. We step in, work directly with your escrow closer to make it happen. It's a pretty simple process. The most common questions people have is what kind of properties? If I'm selling a certain type of property, do I have to buy the same type of property? And the answer is no. Really, a 1031 exchange is set up for an investment property. So any property that meets that category, it's either an investment, meaning that it's creating income, like a rental, it's operating a business, like a commercial property, or it's you're holding it long-term for appreciation and value. Any of the properties sold or purchased in an exchange can meet that criteria.
Okay, and one of the questions I normally get is, how long do I have to identify a property to exchange, and how many can I identify during that period?
Well, there's no limit to the number of purchases or sales happening within the exchange. It keeps it simple if you keep the properties you're buying down to 3 properties. It makes it simpler. You have 45 days from the day you close the sale to identify as many up to 3 properties. And then you have 180 days total from the day you close it to complete the exchange.
Okay. One question I have is, if I close on my house and the proceeds that is saved, can I buy 2 properties from that proceed?
Absolutely.
Okay,
it's all
great.
About values.
Okay. And another question is, if my house sells for $300,000 and I identify another property, does it have to be greater than the $300,000 that I've sold?
You can certainly do a partial exchange where you just pay taxes on the difference between the two.
Okay.
But in order to do the full deferral of capital gains, you do need to match the exchange value. And that's the sale price minus the closing costs. So the 3 rules in an exchange are purchasing something equal or greater than what you sold, using all of the proceeds from your sale towards your purchase, and the third one is making sure you replace the debt that's paid off in your sale if you have a mortgage on it.
Okay. And another question is, if I sold my rental property and decide to buy land, is that still a like type property?
Absolutely. It has to be creating income, like a rental, operating a business, like a commercial property, or holding it long-term for appreciation and value. As long as it meets those terms, then it is an investment property.
Okay. So now if I miss my deadline during the period of the 1031 exchange, how much on average is the tax that I'm going to have to owe?
Well, capital gains rate for most individuals is 15%.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to help you avoid.
Yeah.
2014, they got a little more complicated. But for the most part, most people are dealing with an avoidance of paying capital gains of 15% on their capital gain.
Okay. And is there a maximum amount?
It's all about dollars.
Okay.
There is no maximum.
Okay.
We do multi-million-dollar transactions. We do some condos for $30,000.
Wow.
The key is the gain has to be.
Okay. And then last but not least, do you charge for your consultation?
The consultation is not required. If people have a simple question about an exchange, they can certainly call me and talk about it. If it is more in-depth and we need to spend more time on it, we could set up an hour-long consultation. That would cost $150 with one of our attorneys.
Thanks, Kevin, for coming out, answering all of our questions. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I'll have Kevin's link and my information below as well if you have any other questions you would like to ask. Thank you and have a great day.